Alrighty, you people, this is going to be 2.3 derivative of a polynomial function. And why is this not going away? Go away. Why is, Stop it. Alright, anyway. Alright, so there we go. Derivative of polynomial function and the derivative of y equals e to the x. You guys all know this. You guys have all done it before, and you guys are all amazing, right? Say yes.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, good. So, derivative of a constant number. So, that means no variables. It's just going to be a number. So, it gives me what?
0.
0. Thank you. So, in mathematical terms, it says that if I have a function, f of x equals 4, what is the slope of that line?
0.
0, because it's just going to be 4 all the way across, right? Straight line all the way across. So the slope is 0. Yay, good. Okay, so right here, okay, same thing. So if it's just x to the first power, like we have right here, the derivative of this is just going to give me 1, right? Yes, to the first power, it has to do with the coefficient. The coefficient is just 1, so therefore, this is just going to be 1. Say yes.
Yes.
There we go, good. All right, so the derivative of power function, y equals x to the n, where n is going to be greater than or equal to 1, is an integer. There we go. So right here, so where that n goes from my power, my exponent, out to the front, and then my exponent, I take 1 away from that exponent. All right, let's try this. So let's try a. So a, find the derivative of x to the 4th. I bring that 4 out front, right? So 4x. Now what do I do with that exponent?
You take away 1.
Woo! There we go right there. Now part B. All right, so what are we going to get there?
10x to the 9th.
10x to the 9th. You guys loving this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this test? Okay, good. All right, so now for this one, same thing. So if there is a constant number in front of it, it's just going to be the constant times whatever I get from the derivative. So this one right here for a. So take that n out front, right? So this is going to be 3 times 5 is
15x.
15x to the second, and my notation is f prime of x. Okay, so this is going to be g prime of u. So g prime of u, what am I doing to this? So, negative 1/2 times 2, which is going to give me? Negative 1. Negative 1, subtract that, so it's going to give me u. To the first, right? Alright. Anyway, alright. So, this one right here. So, which one here is my variable? So, u prime of x. My variable is what? That x, right? So, pi is the number, isn't it?
Yes.
So since pi is the number, that is the coefficient of this. So it's going to be 3 pi to the 4th. That doesn't change, right?
X squared.
X square. Right? Jess?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now sum and difference rules. So basically sum and difference. So we could actually break up any function when we're taking the derivative and take the derivative of their parts individually. It makes life a whole lot easier sometimes. All right, find the derivative of this thing right here. So let's start with a. So my derivative, so f prime of x is equal to 8x cubed minus 12x plus 2. And the derivative of this is just going to be 0. All right, so I got the derivative. So what is f prime of 2? So for part B, so f prime of 2. So we plug in 2 for that, for my derivative. So it's 864 minus, so I don't know, hold on, 64 minus 24 minus 2, what is it?
42, I think, right?
42, yes, 42. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Excellent. So C, find the slope of the tangent line of the graph at that point. So, crap. I want to put C here. So part C says find the slope of the tangent at that point. So what does that mean? So first, I need to find the slope at 1, right?
So yeah, so plug in 1.
So I have to plug in 1. So f prime of 1 is going to give me, let me see, 8,
2.
what is it?
Negative 2.
-2? You're right, -2. And my point is going to be 1 comma -5. So my equation is going to be y minus -5 equals -2 quantity x minus 1. So do my distribution, y plus 5 equals -2x plus 2. And over here, I gotta subtract 5 from both sides, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be y equals
Negative 2x.
Minus 3.
yes.
Use technology to do that.
Okay. So now the next one is find an equation. Oh wait, hold on. Crap. Oh wow. So that was C, and this one right here is D.
Yep.
There we go. There's D. And E, find equation of the normal at that same point. Okay. Find the normal.
Perpendicular.
Okay, so normal. So if f prime of 1 is equal to, what was it, -2?
Yeah.
Then my perpendicular slope would be
1/2.
positive 1/2. Remember, it's opposite and reciprocal. And my point was still 1 comma -5.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so let's plug it in. So it's going to be y minus -5 equals
1/2.
1/2
X 1.
x what?
Minus 1.
Minus 1? Okay, so y plus 5 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. Okay, so I need to subtract 5 from both sides. 1/2 x minus 1/2 and minus 10 over 2. Do you guys see what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did I do there? So I'm still subtracting 5. I just put that common denominator together, right?
Yeah, so it's easier.
Yeah. So that's going to be easier right there, right? So now I can just put that together. So y equals 1/2 x minus 11 over 2. And this is the equation of the what?
Normal.
Normal. Normal. Normal. Normal. Yes? Yes. All right. So what was the next one? That was E.
Technology.
Use technology to graph the tangent and the normal at that point. So the tangent, so you guys are going to help me here. Tangent here and the normal was the other one. So let's go ahead and take a look at that happy graph. Okay, so let's go document and bam. Right here. So what? Okay. Hey, you guys help me out. What was it? It was negative 2x.
Minus 3.
Minus 3. Enter.
And then the other one is 1/2.
Positive 1/2, right?
Yep.
X.
Minus 11/2.
Bam. There we go. Look at that.
Use technology.
There we go. So I have my graphs are perpendicular to each other. And let me see if I could actually make it view a little bit better. Window zoom. I want. There's a square. There we go. So you could actually see it. So it's square, so you could actually see that these two are perpendicular to each other. So it makes my graph actually not stretch left and right. Make sense? Good. All right, solve an equation and inequalities involving derivatives. Find the points on the graph, bleh, where this has a horizontal tangent line. Horizontal. What does the horizontal mean?
Dude, it's
There we go. It's flat, right? You guys got this. Horizontal tangent line Okay, it's flat, right? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now, what do you think the slope would be if it is flat?
0.
0. So now, I want to find where the what is equal to 0?
Through the derivative.
Derivative, where the derivative is going to be equal to 0. So, we're going to do this. So first, let's find this. So it's going to be f prime of x is equal to 12 x squared
Minus 24x.
24x, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So we have that right there. Now find where this is going to be equal to 0. So I'm looking for f prime of x to be equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to set my derivative equal to 0. So I'm going to have 0 equals 12x squared minus 24x. And I have to do what to this? F that. Say factor. Factor. Man, seriously.
I thought you got it already.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Factor it. So 0.
The F word.
Okay. What are you factoring out?
12x.
12x. And you're left with?
I almost said x minus 12.
Okay.
Thank
So,
God you said that.
now, for the zero product rule, so this piece right here is going to be equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So this is equal to 0, so it's going to be x equals 0, and what is this side over here going to be?
2.
Positive 2. Positive 2. So those two places, I'm going to have a slope of 0. I'm going to slope of 0 at both those places right there. Okay? So, where is this greater than 0, and where is it less than 0? Okay? So, let's take a look at this. So, this is one of the best ways to do this. So, I have 0 and I have 2, right? Say yes.
Yes, you do.
Okay, good. So, number line. So, let's pick something on the left. Okay? The numbers on the left are going to be what? Less than?
Less than 0.
Okay, so it should be. We're trying to figure it out. Okay? Less than 0 right here. So let's see. So I'm going to plug in numbers. So plug in -1. So if I plug in -1 to the derivative, is it going to be a positive or a negative?
Looks like it's gonna be positive.
It's going to be a positive, isn't it? That's all I need, right?
Yeah.
If it's positive, it's greater than 0. If it's negative, it's less than 0. So I really don't need to do all the math. All I need to know is it positive. So this is positive right here. All right, so number between 0 and 2. 1. Let's do 1.
Yeah, it's negative.
That one's going to be negative, right? Negative. So I know that's going to be below, right? Okay. And let's pick a number on the other side of 2. Let's say 3. Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Are you guys certain about that? So if I'm using 3,
It's positive.
9, so it's 12 times 9, which is minus
108.
24 times 3.
Which that would be 72, so it's 108 minus 72, which is positive.
Positive?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to have positive there. Okay, so there's positive. So now, can we answer the question now given that?
Yes.
So what is my interval going to be?
Prime of x is greater than 0.
So from where to where? So f prime of x is greater than 0 at the interval from where?
Negative infinity
From negative infinity
to 0.
to 0. Am I bracketing or parentheses?
Parentheses.
Parentheses, it's at 0, right? It's to 0, but it's not there, right? Okay, so where else?
And
Union
to
and
infinity.
very good. So the next one, so let's say f prime of x is less than 0. From where to where?
0 to 2.
Parentheses,
Parentheses
0 to, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, are we good? All right, derivative of e to the x is e to the x. There we go. And so, okay, so now that should be easy. So the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. So the antiderivative of e to the x is plus c.
Oh,
Ah! I forgot the c. Haha. Got you guys.
means back.
All right, so, all right, find the derivative right here. So this is going to be
4e.
f prime of x is equal to 4e to the x, right? Plus
3x squared.
3x squared. There we go. Bam, guess what? We done. We outie. All right, so now, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, right?